All right, guys. So here we are. I brought the diesel out, ceramic trail Carlsbad with the X5. All right, gonna get this thing a little charge right now, and then cause it's dead, I just paid the man, and waiting on a tow truck. We got a tow truck coming. Go, little ground right here. Look at that. Let's take these. Look at how sketchy we're being right now. So sketchy. Luckily the car's wrapped with Expel, so we don't really care about it. Let it get dinged up. Probably can't even hear me over the diesel right now. Give this puppy some juice. She's getting juiced up. Lights are on. So yeah, diesel's running. Let's check her out. Super sick, brother. Gauges are on. Everything's working. Looking flawless. Not enough power to roll down the windows yet, or do any of that stuff, or they're stuck, who knows. But yeah. Drinking all the water, aren't you? Huh? You thirsty? Oh, I just spilled it. Drinking water. No. Grabbing the keys, guys. Let's get in here and see what she does. She doesn't want to go, guys. I just tried to start it. She doesn't want to go. But this thing is clean, guys. Spotless. Huge sunroof. Stoked on it. Super stoked on it. We'll just leave it be and let it charge. We'll see if we can get something in it by the time the tow truck gets here. Not totally sure if we will, but we'll find out. The X5M on the tow truck. That's in our tow yard out here towing it. She's looking sick. It's crazy how that is right there. You want to just leave it that way, or you want to pull it back more?
We gotta go back more.
All right. We'll walk around.
Let's start over again.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. The hype is real right now. I actually didn't think I was gonna be this stoked for this car, but oh, I am stoked. It looks so good too, now that it's like up in the air. And it was dirty last night when I looked at it. I was really not that thrilled on it. And then, man, just look at it. Would you just look at it? Beaming in the sunshine? The Beamer just beaming. Dude, look at those massive front brakes. I don't know if you guys can see it, but she's massive. Shout out to Ceramic Pro Carlsbad. Come get your car detailed, wrapped, clear broad, ceramics, coating, whatever. But yeah, man, X5M coming home with me today. I feel like a lucky winner. It's like almost a Urus, man. It's giving me Urus vibes right now. It's got some Urus vibes to it, guys. It's not a Lambo, but man, it sure is close. That is f***ing cool. It is so cool. I can't believe, hey, look, there's Monty. Can't believe we own that right there. That's insane. All right, here we are, back to the shop. BMW made it. It's looking good. Although, I don't know, that might be how it is. She's dude, it's a clean car, man. I was looking at it driving home, and it's a near spotless car. Some of these spots that are messed up, I might just pull the wrap and have them redo it. But yeah, wow, really good. Over here doing work for my mans, helping him get this thing off. I think we did a little damage on the wheel, maybe. Trying to get her on there. Got him off. We got Andrew here doing work putting in work. And look at these big old brakes. F***ing things are sick ass car. All right, guys, I'm gonna try and make this quick. Basically everything off of the front end I've pulled. I'm not even gonna try and explain to you what happened. You know what I mean? I'll try and show you guys better, putting it back together. Really what this video is gonna be about is more about the engine, not getting it out of this X5. I'm not even totally sure that I had to take all this out, but it's making it a whole lot easier to stand here and work on the motor. I was worried about scratching the bumper and stuff, working on the car. It's just a really nice car, so I'd rather take everything out and just like have a lot of space to work on things. You can see there's just tons of plastics. Working on, you know, all these coolant pipes right now, stuff like this. This one crossed across the bridge, went down, you know, stuff like that. Trying to get stuff out of the way. Right now I'm working on this one right here, this big long one, wraps around and ends up coming up here to this front cooler. This is a separate cooler, basically a radiator, but this one is specifically for the heat exchangers or water to air coolers for the turbochargers. All our boost runs through these things and into the engine, and the water is what's cooling it. So this separate radiator is actually powered by a little, where is it? It's over here. This little guy right here. There's a little electric pump on this car specifically. It sits down here under the driver's side front headlight and stuff. And then, you know, it pumps water through this. I've already pulled the radiator out, the actual real radiator sitting over there. A lot of stuff. I'll try and kind of like maybe spread it out here so you guys can get an idea of everything that I took out. Yeah, so right now, basically, I forgot to vac out the AC. My AC machine is broken, so I got to use my neighbor's, and I forgot to vac that out today, so I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow to vac that out, recover the refrigerant, I should say. But anyways, we're going to work and do as much as we can without that. Maybe even try and separate the AC pump from the engine. I don't know, might be a because the intakes and all the stuffs are kind of down here, hanging down, being that this motor is a hot V. If it was configured a little bit different, it might be easier to do it, but you know, these things are crazy, so much stuff. And so yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging along. I'm gonna try and do as much filming as I can. Upper control arm's off. I'm gonna basically drop the spindle with the front subframe. Exhaust is off, hanging down below the car. She's almost ready to be dropped. Just a few little things like the engine wiring harness, which I've had to take off all the ducting for the air system, the AC and all your heater and stuff that passes through here. I had to take apart all that and get the cover off this electrical box, and now I'm going to dig into this wiring and get all that stuff undone, and then we're just going to get it out of the car. It's a lot of work, guys. They say this job takes 80 hours, and I would say it probably takes all of that. So let's go. Okay, guys, it's gotten pretty ridiculous. We're super close to being able to pull this thing out. I still need to deal with the wiring harness back there and get this back trim piece off, but as you can see, the AC is undone. The condenser, power steering, everything's out of the way. Really easy, dude. Not really easy, but like I do love BMW for the fact that everything they have has a spring clip. You just undo the spring clips and you know, everything just pulls right off. It is a lot, and it's a lot to keep track of and like routing and stuff, but it generally falls into place. Generally, you know, but it is doable, guys. Anyone trying to do this without a lift, I highly don't recommend it. Definitely don't recommend it. You guys that have access to a lift, do it on a lift, because it's nice to be able to go up and down. When we drop this thing down, you're not gonna wanna pull this thing out forward. I can't even like get to the motor mounts and some of the power steering stuff that would probably be in the way. There's just so much stuff going on between the sway bar and everything. It's pretty insane. So you guys doing it at home, maybe you could do timing chains, just timing chains. But if you're trying to do, you know, everything, it's possible. You're just gonna have a lot of fun trying to do valve stem seals and, you know, rod bearings and all that stuff in the car. We're gonna probably pull this one out. I'm sitting here thinking it's almost possible to just do some of it in the car and some of it, but it's like, no, it needs to come out. So we're gonna put it on time lapse. All right, guys, getting a little crazy right now. This is really an intensive job. I do not recommend doing this at home. Those of you guys doing it in a shop, very intensive. We'll get to some of it more after we get it all out and you can see it, but the things on jack stands, the motor is actually basically separated from the car. The drive shaft is loose. It's still connected right now. I'm gonna try and kind of start bringing the car up and then get the drive shaft to just slip off so I don't have to take it out of the car. Hold on, what am I doing? Let me turn this music off. All right, so just pretty intense here. All the lines and stuff are loose. Steering shaft is off. Front subframe is disconnected. Rear subframe is disconnected. Every line that I could find going to the chassis is disconnected. There's some fuel lines and cooler lines under the car. I'll show you more. But basically just wanted to show you guys kind of, you can tell the motor's dropped down just a little bit. Here, I'll go ahead and hit it a couple times. You can kind of see. The car is coming up. I do have this one line right here. I need to disconnect one that I forgot. Other than that though, everything is looking like it's just gonna clear perfectly. Pretty sweet. This thing just kind of tucks in there real nice. These guys right here might be a little tight, but it should be all right. Should be able to just pass by nicely, kind of pull them up as I come on by. We'll go slow with that. Other than that, everything seems to be okay. Motor's landing nicely on the, here's those lines I was talking about right here. Motor's landing nicely on the jacks, so let's keep bringing it down. Bringing it up, I guess. All right, so sadly, after pulling the oil pan, I found a lot of whatever this is, what looks to be bearing material, very metallic-y in here. It looks like something definitely is messed up, bunch of grit. So see copper, aluminum, so it looks like we had possibly a bearing failure, which sucks. I was hoping just to have timing chains, so it looks like it's the worst case scenario. Probably going to be pulling this motor out and putting it on the engine stand and figuring out what the hell is going on. So let's go, let's get it off of here. I guess this really sucks. I'm pretty bummed right now. Yeah, it's still gonna be worth it in the end to fix this thing, but a lot more work than I was expecting. So totally gonna have to break this motor completely down. Probably gonna end up having the heads redone, and yeah, wow, sad. All right, I gotta figure out how to get this transmission and drive shaft off the motor. Hopefully the motor will stay chilling on the cross member right here. I'm probably just gonna leave it chilling right there, and then we'll cherry picker the motor off and probably end up leaving everything else just sitting right here. So yeah, I guess let's go get back to it. Such a nightmare job, honestly. This thing has so much stuff to come off and come apart, but nothing I can do but just get it done now. No putting it back in the car, and yeah, so let's go. All right, guys, about to pull the turbos off right now. I'm just leave the water lines connected to them. There's 2 drain bolts. You got to hit through there. Some 13s here for the V-band clamps, and then basically these feed bolts, and then they should come off. All right, so things got pretty crazy. We ripped all the timing out of the motor, broke the motor down pretty far, got the lower and upper oil pan off, the flywheel, got the tranny off, basically ready to put it on the engine stand now and really start stripping it completely. We're gonna try and just kind of pull the crank, fix the crank on it, throw some new rods in it, maybe new head gaskets, throw the heads in a bath, maybe get them resealed and pressure checked and decked, and then put it all back together. So right now we're going to take these turbos down to pure turbos. I just got them stripped down, got the water lines off of them, broke them down, and now we're gonna take them down to pure turbos, and we're gonna have him do his magic on them. Look at these little babies. All right, guys, so I got all the nuts and bolts here bagged up. Everything from the engine bagged up pretty much that was laying out. I have the turbos in the car. We're gonna go take the turbos on over to pure turbos. So let's take the turbos over there. Got these bad boys right here. Let's go. All right, so we're driving right now to Pure Turbos, and pretty lucky because they're right down the street from me. So I'm just taking down street right now, like maybe about, I don't know, a half mile to a mile, and we'll be there. So I don't know what he's gonna say. I don't know if we're gonna upgrade him, if we're just gonna do some like rebuilds or what, but if stage 2s aren't too bad, I'll probably end up doing stage 2 rebuild. We'll see what he ends up offering us. Should be pretty sick though. Pretty stoked. It's gonna be expensive. I don't know if I'm gonna like end up keeping this thing or what, but we are here right now. Pure Turbos. Yoo! So we're about to drop the turbos off here, and we're gonna talk to them, see what they recommend. Pretty stoked. So let's park, let's get in there, let's get hyped. Look at these cars. Look at these cars. How about this Subaru? Oh man, the Subaru's pretty tight. Just crash into it real quick, you know. Oh yeah. Manji's super bummed. She's got to stay in the car. All right, let's see if I can do this, guys. You want like curl ups? Turbo curl ups? Get them turbo curls in. What's up, Evan?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Sweet.
Yeah, I can't take something like that on right now.
All right, guys, back at the shop. I just broke the torque on the heads right now. We're gonna pull the heads off. I'm gonna go set them down over there on the workbench. I'm gonna clear a space real quick, and then we're gonna pull the heads off. So let's see how these pistons and skirts look. All right, guys, we pulled the crank out of the motor. Main bearings look beautiful. No signs of heat or stress really on the mains at all. Looking really good. We're gonna end up putting some new mains, getting the crank treated, changing out those 2 rods for some new rods, some new rod bearings, probably have the heads refreshed, and just all new gaskets. This it's got pretty nasty though. Poor crank. All right, guys, so here's the 2 rods that spun bearings and the crankshaft. You can see it's fairly scored. There's still some like chrome. You can kind of still see the polish coating, but the rest of the journals look really good. So right now we're about to take this crank out to Lang Racing, and we're gonna probably pick up 2 rods there. I guess he's got some rods out of some good motors, so we're probably gonna pick up 2 rods, and we're gonna leave the crank with him. We're gonna have him grind the crank, weld the crank, and then re-polish the crank and nitride it. The cylinder heads as well, we're gonna have him go through and clean up, being that those valve seals and stuff are pretty wasted. So yeah, let's get this stuff loaded in the truck, and let's get it out to Lang. The engine block I'm probably just gonna leave here today, although I probably should take it. I probably should just strip it down real quick and take it with me to leave somewhere to just have it get washed and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get the truck loaded and then we'll decide. All right, we got the heads loaded up. Got the crank in the truck as well. About to head on out. Taking the diesel. Try out this new 5-position switch. Cruising right now. About a 15-minute ETA right now. We're roughly about 12 miles out, and right now we're going through just went through Dana Point. We're in Juan Capistrano or Capistrano, whatever. Yeah, got the pistones right next to me, got the crank next to me, and gonna drop it off at Lang Racing. All right, we're almost to Lang Racing. It's right here around the corner. Yep, there it is. There's the Lang Racing. All right, flexing hard with the F8 on arcades out there. Back up, Munch. Woo. Look at this. Sick. I need a shop like this. Why don't I have a shop like this? Fucking A. They got everything. They got an X5M back there. They got a Z3. They got an E46. Sick. Got an F80 even, I saw. All right, let's go check this out. Got the crank here at Lang. Check this F8X though. We love our arc-8s. Yes. What's behind the doors of Lang Racing? Oh, look at these guys. Hey, you guys pulled the subframe 2 on it. These guys got alignment rack, everything. It's a nice M6. Is that factory, that matte color? Or is that wrapped? Yeah. Got the E46, the Porsche. Sick.
A little dyno in the corner.
Yeah, yeah. You guys do a lot of dynos too?
Yeah, I don't use it as
Yeah.
It's nice to have.
I do gotta capture this on film real quick. Pretty rare. It's rare that you get to see a real Laguna car. There's very few of these cars running around Laguna Seca blue. Sometimes I want to wrap my car this color. God, the light does not even do it justice. Such a unique color in this car. Really unique. Got the E30s, M6, X5M, E46. If you like this video, be sure to check out the next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and like the video. It helps a lot. Thanks, and see you in the next one.